Hey, beautiful. Welcome to another episode of the Love You Deserve podcast. I'm your host, Coach Yolanda. Let's get into today's episode. So, have you ever dated a man who was emotionally unavailable? We're going to talk about why do you keep attracting emotionally unavailable men today? So, a good place to start, so we're all on the same page, is to define what emotional unavailability is. So, simply put, it is the inability to connect on a deeper level. It is the guy who has walls around his heart to protect him from being hurt. And that protection causes him not to be willing or able to be vulnerable and emotionally present in the relationship. Now, since our one of our needs is communication, if you're dating a guy who is emotionally unavailable, let's just say you're gonna have some problems. He doesn't want to share his feelings. Let's talk about what this looks like. This looks like the guy who struggles sharing how he really feels on the inside. Like, well, tell me how you feel about this. He'll say, it's all right. That's good. No, tell me how you feel. It's good. I'm happy. Uh, this person loves surface level connections. They're the kind of person that wants to be friends with benefits. This person is inconsistent with closeness. This is the person that demonstrates the hot and cold behavior. When things seem to be getting serious, they pull back. And then when it look like you're pulling away from them, they'll warm up. And then when you start putting forth effort and it gets serious again, they back up. We call that hot and cold. This person has difficulty giving emotional support. They minimize how you feel. And then if you need some type of support, they're not able to give it. And lastly, this person has a fear of commitment. They have trouble defining the relationship. Are we exclusive? Are we girlfriend, boyfriend? Are we going to be engaged one day? Is this going to lead to marriage? Am I marriage material for you? They can't answer that question. And they don't want to talk about or plan for the future because that scares them. This person is emotionally unavailable. So, emotionally unavailable men can be charming, exciting, sometimes very attractive, and the chemistry can be popping. But here's the truth: what you're attracted to is the familiar, but that is not necessarily healthy. So you don't choose emotionally unavailable men, you're drawn to them because it's something inside of you that feels normal in this environment. When you're with a man who's emotionally unavailable, it feels normal. So we're going to break down three of the biggest reasons why some women keep attracting these type of men. And more importantly, we're going to talk about how do we break this cycle? Because you may say, Coach Yolanda, that's me. I keep attracting a man who won't commit, who can't open up, who doesn't want to let me in. Okay, good. The point of this entire podcast is for you to see, is this the kind of man I'm attracting? Is this the kind of man I'm dating? I'm dating him because it's familiar. And I need to know that that's not healthy. The good news is we can break this pattern. Let's look at the three reasons why we sometimes as women attract these type of men. Number one, you confuse intensity with intimacy. Emotionally unavailable men can offer deep conversations. You guys can bond over trauma. They are vulnerable in moments, and sometimes that chemistry is very strong. But none of that is the same as commitment. He has moments where he opens up, but he's not an open book. Just because he opens up doesn't mean that he's going to show up consistently. Intensity feels like there's a connection there, but it's really inconsistency with a little bit of emotion sprinkled on top. You think you got something, but the minute something major goes on, he's not able to show up emotionally for you, and you'll realize we got a connection, but it's not an emotional one. Number two, you're trying to earn love. If you grew up having to work for love, work for attention, or approval, this dynamic will feel familiar. So when a man withdraws from you, your tendency is to lean in. When we talked about that last week, over functioning, when a man withdraws, if you're used to over functioning your relationships, then you're going to lean in and you're going to start picking up the slack that he's leaving off. That's over functioning. That's not healthy. But the guy is emotionally unavailable. Over functioning on our part is a defense mechanism where we fill in the gaps in a relationship because we see that there is gaps in this relationship. So when a man withdraws, you lean in. When he gets distant, you try harder. And when he ghosts you, you wait around hoping that he comes back. This isn't love, it's emotional survival, and you deserve better. Did you hear what I just said? I said, this isn't love, it's emotional survival, and you deserve more. Number three, you're attracted to what has not been healed. I think this is the most important point. Unavailability calls out to the part of you that believes if I love enough, he'll change. If I'm patient enough, he'll show up. And if I prove my worth, he'll choose me. But you don't heal childhood wounds through adult relationships. That's the problem. You heal your childhood wounds by acknowledging that your heart deserves safety, not struggle. The reason that you would say, if I love enough, he'll change, is because you're used to having to work to earn love. But healthy love doesn't make you work to earn it. Healthy love will love you because of who you are, period. You don't have to earn it. It's your right. So you might say, Coach Yolanda, I see me all in this lesson this week. Tell me, how do I change? I'm going to give you 4 ways to break the pattern. Because really it's just a pattern. You're picking the same kind of guy because you've been trained to work and earn love. But we're gonna break this pattern. We're gonna break this pattern this week. Number one, stop trying to fix emotionally unavailable men. Ooh, that will preach. Stop trying to fix emotionally unavailable men. They don't need a healer. They need their own breakthrough. And remember what I said. You are not a project what? You are not a project manager. You cannot fix emotionally unavailable men. They have to do the work to heal their own past wounds and trauma. And once they heal their own wounds and trauma, then they're able to show up and be a healthy part of a healthy emotional relationship. But it's not your responsibility to fix an emotionally unavailable man. Number two, you break the pattern by choosing consistency over chemistry. Now that's good. You break the pattern of choosing this type of man when you choose consistency over chemistry. Let me say that different. When you choose him showing up over attraction. If he can't show up now, he won't show up later. So you might say we have chemistry. When we kiss, it's magnetic. Yep, all that's great. But is he consistent? Is he showing up emotionally? Can he define the relationship? Can he have deep conversations? Is he vulnerable? And if he cannot, and if he is not consistent, if he's hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold, that's inconsistency. That's a red flag. Choose consistency over chemistry. Number three, you break this pattern by listening to their actions and not their excuses. Unavailable men always have a reason, but a man who is ready to love you the way you deserve to be loved, he will make a way to show up for you. Did you hear what I said? I said an unavailable man will always make an excuse why he can't be there for you. But a man who's ready to love you the way you deserve to be loved, he will always make a way. Number four, you break this pattern by doing the work to heal your own heart. That is so good. You break the pattern of choosing emotionally unavailable men by becoming whole yourself. You attract who you are. I've said that so many times. When you're emotionally available, you will attract men who are also emotionally available. But the opposite is also true. When you are emotionally unavailable, you can attract men who are also emotionally unavailable. And that is a mess going somewhere to happen. First, you need to do the inner work to heal your own self. That is the number one way to break the pattern of choosing emotionally unavailable men. Here are your affirmations for the week. I deserve love that is consistent and intentional. I release my attraction to emotionally unavailable men. I release my attraction to emotionally unavailable men. I choose partners who are emotionally present and willing to love me. I choose partners who are emotionally present and willing to love me. I am no longer available for relationships that drain me. I am no longer available for relationships that drain me. Healthy love feels safe, steady, and mutual. Healthy love feels safe, steady, and mutual. Here are your journal prompts for the week. Get your journals out, ladies. Number one, what is it about emotionally unavailable men that feels familiar or safe to me? Number two, how have I confused intensity with intimacy in the past? Number three, what does emotional safety look like for me today? And number four, what boundary can I set to protect my heart from unavailable men? That's a really good one. What boundary can I set to protect my heart from unavailable men? Because that's the goal. We want to give you information so that not only you can heal, but you can protect yourself from emotionally unavailable men. Hey, that's my best shot. Thank you for tuning into the Love You Deserve podcast. If this episode spoke to you, like it, share it, download it, comment, but more importantly, share it with someone that you know is in this situation of attracting the same kind of man over and over, and it ends up in a failed relationship. Remember, healing changes your attraction. If you want to break this pattern, you need to heal what's broken. I will see you in the next episode.